Now, as we have already spoke about their own applications and the way how they just took everything that Sentinel did and presented it as their own, we'll talk about something different. We will talk about the network itself, about their blockchain and decentralization. Well, let's see. At the bottom of the website, they added this license button after all the public coverage that we had on X, on Twitter, on Telegram, and so on. They added it to somehow satisfy requirements, which they didn't still. And the funny part that this button wasn't there is many people claims that there is license button. Why do you complain? Because it wasn't there. All right, we can go to Web Archive and we can query how this website was looking like back in this November. We can see that there's nothing. There's no license button. So they just have they just added it like a few days ago, and it wasn't there. But it's not the point. We'll go there, and we see that the domain name has changed. For some reason, this acknowledgement and license is located on rpc.blah blah blah. We'll remove this license part, and voila! What we have there is we have a response that is very usual for anything based on Cosmos SDK. So for all Cosmos-based blockchains, you usually get this when you query RPC endpoint with the plain GET request. We will go ahead and use some of the listed here methods to prove that not only they do not have any sort of decentralization, but they also don't have their own chain because they just took Sentinel software and they spin it up on their own servers, isolated from the original Sentinel chain. So they like running their own Sentinel chain in parallel to original one, authentic one. We can do it very simple by pressing here, and you can see the software that runs and responds to us is Sentinel Hub, which is main software of the Sentinel. It runs the version 11.5, and there's nothing new about it. There's nothing on top. And when we talk about blockchains, it's usually about decentralization, right? Because in Web 3.0, we are all about decentralization. Well, not in case of Cosmic Network. They're about anything but decentralization. We can prove it easily. If we go to minscan.io, for example, yeah, and we take a look on some blockchain, let's say Sentinel. Where's Sentinel? Let's find it out. Sentinel. All right, here it is. We can go to validators, and we can see that there is a bunch of them, and this is what makes our network decentralized, because different validators, which are unrelated to each other, providing this blockchain with the security, because it is proof of stake blockchain. And if we go to RPC Sentinel.co, which is Sentinel RPC endpoint, it will respond us with pretty much the same thing as Cosmic endpoint did. When we go to ABC info, we can see that there is a Sentinel hub as well, because it's Sentinel, obviously, and it's a bit more up to date. And if we press here on validators and we remove height parameter and we put that we would like to see first page of validators with 99 validators per page, we get list of all validators that we have on Sentinel. You can see that there's plenty of them, like literally, and all of them are participating in the network, making it secure, making it safe, ensuring that all the blocks are being signed in a proper way and nothing is being compromised. Well, it's not the same with the Cosmic blockchain, because if we press here and we go with height, we remove it, we put also first page, and we would like to get 99 validators, we can see that the only validator they have is the only one, their own. So basically, what we can safely say is that they have a blockchain which is controlled by a single entity, their group of foundation, or how we can call them, with original team, basically. Original team controls whole the blockchain. There's a zero decentralization. There's nothing. And it means that if they decide to go rogue, they can do it and nothing will stop them, because there's no other parts of this blockchain. There's no decentralization. There's no way for others to prevent any malicious intent. But it doesn't end there. If we go to the very beginning and we request net info, we can see that there's only 5 peers they have in their chain. So basically, there's 5 hosts that contain all the information about this blockchain. They synchronize and talk to each other. And frankly, make no mistake, all of these hosts are owned also by the Cosmic team and no one else. So they pretty much can edit information on the blockchain as they please. There's no protection against it. There's a zero security. And even if you would like, for some reason, let's imagine, if you would like to become a part of this blockchain that they have, become the part of Cosmic Network, and you decide that you would like to spin up your own validator, or you would like to spin up your own host, you cannot do so. Why? Because they simply don't have a GitHub. They claim they are open source. Yeah, you can see. But there is nothing open source about it. They had audacity to copy someone else's work that was open source. They did not attribute it. They did not comply with the requirements of licenses that was there. But not only did they did that, but they also did not disclose what their code is. So there is no way for anyone to see what's actually going on there. So yeah, that's pretty much speaks about all of it.